way I called out your name. It was at that very moment I knew I would not be the same. You left me broken all alone, and now you will not pick up your phone. Did you think that would get me feeling down? No, that made me drive all around that old small town. Did you think I would drown in your pain? Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. As you drove on by that old glowing neon sign, you see me walking in with someone new. You thought you left me broken and alone, waiting for me to pick up that damn phone. Did you think I would move on? It was a new day you left for me tomorrow. Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long.
Damn you. I was saying hello and good evening. I hope everybody is well. I want to start my live stream out with a message from Benny. I was over Mama Bear's when I got the notification for this, and I made Mama Bear stop her live and address this, but I'm still going to address it, and then I'm going to offer my condolences. Today is January 4th. It pains me greatly to say that Tiffany's son David won the fight for 357 days. And yesterday at 4:26, Jesus walked him into paradise while she laid beside him holding rosary beads in his hand. To bury a child is not the natural order of life. Tiffany has asked me to relay this to all the people that have prayed and continued to pray for David and herself. She's eternally grateful for all the support and doesn't mean stop praying. Prayer is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal. I spoke with David many times through his fight. He was optimistic, but even when he wasn't so optimistic, he continued to fight and stay strong for his mother. He will greatly be missed by many people. This is also a time to do some great reflection in our own lives. If you don't have a relationship with a spiritual power of your understanding, there's no time like the present. Secure your place in paradise. Tiffany will be back, and when she will have a testimony. In the meantime, let us all respect her privacy and give her this time with her family to navigate the next part of this journey. At TMXO Hearts Prayers, Benny, and I would say the whole community. I think those words were perfect, Benny. Um, David was Tiffany's only child. I cannot imagine what life will be like for her when this is all said and done. Some people out here in the community have a problem with Tiffany, and I would ask that those of you that do give her time to grieve, when she does return, be gentle, be loving, be kind. This is completely heartbreaking. I cried reading it. Then I cried when Mama Bear read it. I thought I was going to cry when I read it. I didn't. But I can't imagine what life is going to be like for Tiffany moving forward. And I want her to know that she has my support. And if there's anything she needs, she can always reach out to me. A listening ear. I don't have much money, but a couple dollars for coffee, a cigarette, a fucking joint, some music on your iPod to get you through this rough time. Anything you need, Tiffany, please reach out. I want you to know you have a lot of people that care about you and your family. All right. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Susan Brown. I'm going to move on. This is heartbreaking, and it's heartbreaking for the true crime community, which is going to leave me into my next topic, which is Boober, since we were on my community posts. I'm not going into detail about him. I just have a few pictures I want to share. He don't deserve much of my time tonight. I have better things to talk about. I just thought these were pretty fucking funny. Instead of Popeye, Boo Bye. I like my community posts, guys. Hold on, here you go. Here's the freaky tunes. Yes, small town girl, just keep the prayers coming. She's gonna need them for quite some time. Okay, moving on. That's all I have to say about Boober tonight. He's a fucking twat. He's a tip man. Okay. Moving on. Something hardly anybody spoke about was the, and Benny's back, so I hope he's paying attention. 6 Up's been co-horsing with this guy. Ryan came out here, in my opinion, for clout, as a psychic, following Donna Serafina. As he was following Donna Serafina, his wife became psychic. She knew all the things. They went to lakes on Crime Stories, obsessed, ridiculous, looking for a barrel. They've taken in donations. They've wrecked on bikes that were donations and then left their trash in the woods. Now he has, what's that, Turkey people up there, their big channel. And I just feel like he's still reaching for clout. To give Tiffany some props in my community post, if you guys get a chance and you're bored tonight, go watch our couple lives. I shared one. You could type Ryan in the search bar and you'll see where she talked about just his Pinterest had thousands upon hundreds of thousands of subscribers prior to him coming to YouTube, period. And he was in the conspiracy group, okay? And they like threw him out of it. They didn't even believe his motherfucking conspiracies. He did some History Channel stuff or Discovery Channel, one or the other, which coincides with Skilo, right? The Chroma Crew, the Jenny and Adrian, and we're going to make a documentary, motherfuckers. Fake eyelashes, lean on me. You know who I'm talking about. Squad H's crew. Penny's crew. Anyways, Ryan comes out here and he comes to my chats and he's extremely friendly to me. Very nice. I messaged him a couple times in Messenger. He got weird. I felt weird. I quit messaging him. He was coming into my chats when Karen Elliott started coming into my chats, when Ziggy and Fred started paying attention to my chats. Around the same time, Six Up and Karen was giving me a little bit of attention. Andy Bernard was in my chats quite often. Andy started coming into my chats around the time he was coaching Andy and taking Andy on tours through KKK land, like not Holler, but Light Road, while they were saying they were scared. We could go listen to that in a minute if you want, if you don't want to get too into Ziggy, but I have some real good Ziggy and it's a 4-hour live and you know we're not going to get through all of it. So I don't mind taking time for Ryan and coming back to Ziggy another night and splitting her content. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Let's go to Ryan because the reason I'm sharing him is because I noticed today when I was looking at his page that he had deleted this live and nobody mentioned it. The live I want to show, hold on guys, because I'm looking for a different one. Here we go. Any one of these will work. But the live I wanted to show was this one. And I was going to show the whole live. So I go looking for it and it's gone. He doesn't have it. And I'm thinking, wow, I know I saved this. And I got on here and no, hey, Mama Bear, I actually didn't save the whole live. But what I did was I broke it into pieces and it makes sense and it all goes together and it sounds like the whole thing. I think it is. So I thought we would give this a listen. But before we give this a listen, I would prefer, because I just talked about it, to show a little bit, not all of the videos, unless y'all want. Of Andy and Ryan searching everywhere, even places they're not supposed to. Now, I'm going to turn the volume off for a few minutes because I don't want copywritten. I've gotten a lot of I can't monetize my videos all week because I love music, guys. Ryan and Jenna are a husband and wife team searching for summer wells in East Tennessee. Ryan decided to scout areas in and around Beach Creek with Andy Bernard, a local who lived on Ben Hill when Summer went missing. Last year, Ryan talked to the owner of the business where Andy worked to confirm he'd been at work all day, the day Summer disappeared. This year, Hawkins County Detective Pruitt told Andy in a recorded call that his name was not relevant to the case in any way. Andy continues helping us with information about the area to help us in the search for Summer Wells. Andy wants Summer to have justice and Beach Creek community to be left in peace again. However, Ryan's not leaving them in peace. All persons named in this video are innocent until proven guilty. All theories discussed are only theories.
We're going to take a drive with Andy Bernard. Andy's going to show us some of the back roads in Hawkins County. There are some roads I'd like to get to today. I don't know if we will, based on Psychic Sleuth's recent video she made. There are some roads that are in that area. She mentioned that I want to check out Fields Road, Bell Road. Again, I don't think I have permission from the Bernard family to go further along on Field, but I don't know what Andy has planned for locations we're going to go to, or he wants to go to. But we're going to take a ride today. We're going to check out some of the area down there, and we'll see what we see. So let's get going. I don't care if you want to smoke in here, by the way.
You sure?
Yeah, just grab it.
I try to respect everybody's vehicle.
I used to smoke when I was in college, and I had I had a cousin who smoked all the time in my car. I'm just used to the smell. Oh, our camera's okay, by the way. I have like 3 in here. Okay, good. There's I don't know if you follow her. Not Another Realm. Psychic Sleuth is her name.
I've heard of it.
She's since the beginning said the same spot, the same location every time. Oh, seatbelt. It's got the light.
Oh yeah. I hate new vehicles. All the rental cars I've had.
This one is bigger, so I figured it would be more comfortable. But Bell Road, the whole Bell Road area, and to the left of Bell Road toward Ben Hill is what she points at all the time. But the mountains up there, as far as I can tell, are inaccessible, like dense and shit. You may know of trails that I don't know about, but it looks like there's nothing up there. What areas were you thinking? You sunlit some.
I've seen. Okay, look, I've seen people talking about Mom and Fred and chats with where. What about the Rock House? Have you heard anything about the Rock House?
What's the Rock House?
If you go straight toward Church Hill and you look over the bank there, there's an old rock cabin house thing. In that picture of that cave I sent you, the cave is like right up there from the Rock House.
You can see it from the road?
Yeah, you used to, but the leaves is coming back out.
Shit. Let's go take a look at that first.
See the house?
Okay. What is that?
It's just an old building that's been here forever. They sold it not long ago. Right up there somewhere. Now you can't see it.
There's a cave nearby then. It's like right near the road.
Yeah, it's like up that thing right there.
Does somebody live there?
No, not that I know of. I ain't never
Is
seen
it private property or just
private property.
abandoned? If it's I don't care if it's abandoned. Oh yeah, shit.
Oh, let me find a better picture.
That's not far at all.
No, it's like 150 feet off the road. Like if you pulled down in there and ran right up that bank, the cave is just like right up there.
Oh,
see, I keep hearing them ask Fred about this. What about the Stone House? What about the Rock House?
What does he say?
He don't ever answer. But there is a cave, I'm telling you, right there. Hold on. Of where it's at, though.
Anyways, Andy did this 2 or 3 times with Ryan, where they went searching territories where people didn't want them. And there was, I don't know if it was this video. Yeah, this is it. Where they had to get the fuck out of Dodge because they got scared. Because they were in KKK territory, in my opinion. Anyway, that's what I think it is.
Yeah. I'm talking deep ones. I'm talking what you can call it. It's like a cave kind of thing.
Not that I know of.
I don't know what comes first, Morrison. I don't know what comes first. That church with the cemetery I was telling you about, the second Morrison, or Bell Road.
Church, that's way back there.
But church is on the left, right?
Church is on the left, field's right on the right.
Okay. I think he's gonna give me access.
Property, they buried their dead on the property and then just put up a headstone.
So let me tell you this. We got major vibes, and Jen was like, we need to check this place out.
Where?
The place that you guys sold, your family sold, right up here. There's a gate. I don't know if it's closed today, but that whole land up there, I see it on the maps. There's a barn there. It goes all the way to the bottom of the mountain. It's not this turn. It's it's right up here.
Yeah, this is where we are. So,
This right here on the right. Probably close. Yeah, the gate's closed today. She's like, she wants to go up there so bad.
the
Now
gate's
it's
closed. Okay, go this way.
You'll see the barn too. She was pointing to, and she's like, I want to check out that barn. It's right across this field on top of the mountain.
That's not a barn, that's a house.
I'll show you what she was.
I know. Just keep going up here.
You probably know this better than anybody.
Yeah, I lived there for about them years.
It was. No, maybe it's not.
Yeah.
I thought it was up over there.
It's right.
Yeah.
So go on up here. And I just
Oh wow.
I mean, I've got the code to the gate.
Yeah. See, we drove this,
Yeah.
and we stopped at the gate.
I got the code to the gate.
I don't have to film anything,
It's
and we've got
this is Fred's kid's grandfather.
no shit.
That's Fred's first wife, Tina's dad.
Wow.
Now we don't get along, but it did for a while.
He just waved at you.
So we got to get along.
So from here to Chimney Top, honestly, it's like a mile, maybe, if that. Yeah, it's right there. Oh my god,
Go up here.
dude.
Shits and giggles.
I think he's gonna give me access. I think he's gonna let me drive up there. I really do. Ah, damn.
So they changed the locks. Andy was going to trespass. Isn't that beautiful? Fred's father-in-law lived in that house that they just passed on Fields Road. Really? I just heard Andy say that they lived there, him and his ex-wife. Everybody keep in mind, Fred's been scamming for a long time. He had a Habitat for Humanity home with his ex-wife. Okay, so this is not the video I wanted to show. But anyways, y'all get the point. There is a video. Go find it. It's one of these. Then you have the one where he's seen Dolly. That was for clout. They go searching a day. Dolly's there, and they're super excited to see Dolly. Then there's the day Rock and Robin and Andy take them up on the Bernard property, and the wife's stirring shit. Like, just a big clout grab, right? So the next thing I want to do is go back to my channel, and I want you to listen to two voices.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you were talking about the other person, so I was trying to figure out which direction you were going.
I mean, Squall, I trusted Squall. I like Squall. But at the end it just got a little freaky, and that's why I just blocked her.
Yeah.
Voice 1.
So how did your end up living on that property?
So I got evicted. This is right after I had my son. So I had 2 kids at the time, and I was not able to help her. So Candace helped her move, and when she did, they ended up. Ended up going up there because she didn't have nowhere else to go. Nobody was helping her. She went up there.
I think it's that one. However, voice 2. Damn, I just wasted a whole cigarette. I wasn't sure if that was her voice. Hold on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I need the. You asked me to fire up. Uh, hold on. Okay, so what did you just say?
Just because he resembles, I've told Candace, yes, he resembles the man that did that to me. He does. He looks just like him.
So I got evicted. This is right after I had my son. So I had 2 kids at the time, and I was not able to help her. So Candace helped her move, and when she did, they ended up. Ended up going up there because she didn't have nowhere else to go. No.
I think that is chicken on a stick using a voice changer. I'm done with these fuck shit games, and now we're gonna sit back and we're gonna listen to Ryan talk to this woman that nobody really ever spoke about that came out not that long ago. Ryan has since taken this down, and I want to know why he took it the fuck down. And I think we have a right to know who this woman is because, in my opinion, this is just as bad as Ziggy's CPS report. I'm going to come off panel now.
So how did your end up living on that property?
So I got evicted. This is right after I had my son. So I had 2 kids at the time, and I was not able to help her. So Candace helped her move, and when she did, they ended up. Ended up going up there because she didn't have nowhere else to go. Nobody was helping her. She went up there and was staying in the addition for a little while, and then was in the camper until she came off the hill. And she was up there for, I want to say, about 3 years. And then, I mean, she kept coming around, more or less. This was way before summer was ever a thought. Like, summer and my are 4 months and some change apart.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So wait, you knew Candace before your ever lived up on that hill?
Yeah.
Let's talk about background. So from the beginning, how did your and you end up even being there that often?
So I met them through one of my friends. One of his mom. I met her through this kid's mom. I was like 15,
14, 15 years old whenever I met them. So a lot of the younger ages is blurred, but I introduced her to my
How did you meet Candace then?
through my friend's mom. I don't remember how, if that makes sense. I just know that's who I met her through. I just don't remember how it happened.
Wow, I didn't realize that. So you were friends.
I've known them for a long time.
Okay. So I will blur your face. I think you prefer them like nobody knowing who you are.
Yes.
So I'll blur your face. I'll do voice changer. That way it's not obvious. Nobody will really know.
Let you know that family and know that I've been up there.
Right.
Admitted voice changer. Chicken on a stick. You're dumb as fuck. Or TT. It's one of you two. 100% in my opinion.
And it's really gonna be like me when that would know.
Candace actually got her a teardrop camper.
Yeah, Donnie did.
They were out of the goodness of their hearts helping you.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
But they're not good people.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
At that point, I didn't see any foul. Like, no harm, no foul at that point.
Okay.
There was no reason for me to believe there was anything wrong.
Because you were friends with Candace. I mean, you were friends with her. You wouldn't have been friends with her if you didn't like her, right? I mean.
Right. But yeah.
So let's get into that then. So actually, what years are we talking about? Like, when did your move up there?
17, 18, I want to say.
So roughly 2017, 18, they helped her out. She lived there until about 2019. If it was mid to end of 2019, you're talking barely over a year, maybe a year and a half until Summer actually went missing.
I picked my apartment outside of my apartment, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and it popped up, and I'm like, what the hell? So I called my and I'm like, did you see this? And there for a while, everybody thought we had something to do with it because it was so close to when she went missing. And I wanted nothing more for that child to be found.
People in town thought you guys had something to do with it?
People that knew us, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So they have pictures. So my and Summer, there are multiple pictures floating around of my and Summer. And people were taking those pictures and putting them in the Summer Wells, like the Find Summer groups.
Wow.
I was finding them. Like, there was one picture that her dad sent me. And I'm like, what the hell? So I had to go in to this group, find the picture, and threaten them with the police to take it down. Yeah.
You were closer to Summer than most people.
Yeah.
Like, you knew Summer really well.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Because she was about the age of your so of course they're going to be close.
4 months and 10 days, I want to say, apart.
Were her and your kind of like...
They were really, really
tight.
close.
Yeah.
She kept my a lot before she started school. My stayed on my a lot.
Okay, that's amazing. I didn't know that you had a who was close to Summer's age. Wow.
It was so close that she told me that her and her grandmother used to talk about like wanting to take Summer, like wanted to take her. Like we were going to call a DCS route before Summer went missing. And she told me not to because she didn't want to make it worse on her where she had just freshly come off the hill. And they knew where she was at.
You guys were at the point when before she left that you actually wanted to call DCS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And she passed in December. And she would want me to sit here and talk about it. I've got to find, she has, and I know you want to ease into it, but I have to say it before I forget. Okay, journal entries of things that happened up there.
Do you know where they are?
I don't. I've been in her RV twice since she passed. They tormented the hell out of her for a long time.
A typical day, let's say from 2017, 2019, you're going up there, you're visiting, you're spending, maybe, I'm assuming you slept overnight, you stayed there.
I was like 16. That's the only time I ever stayed up there.
So you were old enough to remember what it was like.
Like, I was waking up with cockroaches just crawling all over me.
Well, I was going to ask you, what was a typical day like up on the hill?
Oh, yeah, they put, like a bell across the bottom, like, not really the bottom of the driveway, but, like, a quarter of the way up the driveway. They put a bell right there that run along the driveway that they would get notified in the house.
If someone came up the driveway.
Yeah, like even stepping on it, I tested it for them more than once.
Okay.
But that's the area of no cell service. A normal day would be going up there, having a good old time, whatever, outside, playing in the mud, basically. They would always go out to eat. So if you didn't eat before we went back to their house before we left town, you were down for the night. Basically, you didn't have anything.
And they didn't have much food in the house. They would go out to get food and stuff. Okay. Like, okay, everyone gets up in the morning. Does everyone have breakfast? Is it like structured? Were there structured meals?
Cereal, whatever you grab, I guess.
Okay, so they had basic stuff like cereal for the kids or whatever. What if the kids got hungry around lunchtime? Did they have food around?
And we were out at the house, black in town.
So they didn't spend a lot of time in the house.
She would be out in town most of the day, whether that was visiting food pantries or going to the local bar, Burger King. They ate Burger King a lot.
Was it usually with the kids? She just load up the kids in the car and go eat Burger King or whatever for lunch, and
didn't matter how they looked. Like my used to get so upset because and summer leaves would go out dirty, nasty legs, dirty.
True story, Jody's story. She steals Crystal Spencer's story about the kid with the weed. This woman's telling all the stories that other people out here on YouTube have told. That's what she's doing. They moved from there to Light Road, Hawkins County, then Greene County, then their camper burnt while they was making meth. Who, Fred? And his ex? Is that who you're talking about? Still 4680? Interesting stuff you're saying in my chat tonight. I don't know who you are, but thank you for the info. The Rock House info was interesting. Renfro. Anyways, as you can see, this is bullshit that Ryan just ran with, but I came back on panel to ask Ryan to come up and speak with me decently. Let's have a conversation about this woman that came on your panel and keep it just to this topic without arguing, without fighting. Except for I have one other question for you about Squall. And that's just, I'd love to know how you met her and how close you got with her. You see, I think I'm going to skip Ziggy tonight. I think when we're done with this, I'm going to put some Cathy the Friend on. We'll do Ziggy another night. I'll change my title.
Dirty things. And it went my the wrong way every time. They would get into it often because she allowed Summer to go out like that. It was definitely rough at that point.
I mean, did they not wash often? Did the kids not wash often?
That I don't know 100% because I never paid that much attention. They usually go out in the water hose, play in the bathtub. They had like an old bathtub they used as a pool.
Okay.
There's pictures of Summer and my both in that pool. But like the way their house was set up, they didn't have a bath. I didn't have a bathtub. They had a shower, stand-up shower. Just like no privacy.
What do you mean by no privacy?
Like when you would walk in, they had an addition to the house, which was just a big open room that run the length of the house. And I don't know if they were going to use it as a bedroom or what, but that's when my stayed up for a little while. But you would walk in that addition, and then you'd hang it right into the main part of the house. You'd go in, and it was such an open floor plan. You would walk in, and there was a futon right inside the door on the right side of the wall. And then you had like the kitchen against the back wall, that consisted of like your sink and I think like a small stove.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had the island in the middle of the floor, which everybody knows the island has the stairs under it, to the basement. And then if you come in that same door and you look to the left, you had the washer dryer, and then you had a toilet, and then you had the shower.
No door?
No, no walls, no door, nothing. And if you're sitting, like I have a picture somewhere of me standing in front of the toilet because they had a mirror over the toilet. And I have a picture of me standing somewhere over the toilet where you can see the back, like the background. I don't know if you can see the toilet or not, but you can see everything behind. But if you're sitting there, you've got in front of you would be like the island with the stairs, and then to the left, you would see, I guess for lack of better words, a closet. It was Donnie's mom's house. I don't know really a whole lot other than it's just an old house, but I don't think Summer even had a bed.
Everyone thought that downstairs was where she slept.
That's where they all slept.
Oh, all the kids slept.
All of them slept down there. Unless they passed out on the futon upstairs, that's where they were at.
Did he tell me that she like showered with?
Donnie would shower with Summer.
You witnessed this yourself?
I did.
So you witnessed, and in the house, there's no door to the bathroom, so anybody could see that, I'm assuming. Completely naked?
It is so graphic and so disturbing. Like,
she said he showered with her completely naked. Okay. And Summer was naked.
Summer was, I want to say, 3 years young.
Okay.
She was little.
I mean, I've heard those stories, and I'm always like, well, I'm not going to judge if like this is a different way of living, right? And maybe that's
but that's no excuse for and that's what she was saying, like trying to justify to a sense the way they live, but there's no reason or excuses for the way they live. There's not. There's people out there that live the same life, but you wouldn't know.
true. That is true.
There's no reason for it.
Did you spend time in that basement too? Are you familiar with it? No, never went down there really.
Not really. I didn't like it. You have to walk backwards down the steps. I didn't like it. I did not. I had no idea. You didn't have no reason to go down there. It was literally just their bed. There's no reason to leave.
When you did sleep over, I'm assuming you slept in your camper, probably.
No. At that time, I wasn't up there. I never stayed up there when my was up there. And that's because she's in a teardrop camper and it was not big enough for nothing.
Okay. Earlier, I had asked like if you had ever slept overnight at any point. I think you said when you were like 16, maybe 15. Yeah. Where did you sleep at that time?
On the futon.
On the futon in the house?
Yes.
Okay. I had a question I wanted to ask earlier, but I think I'm going to ask you now because the fact that you did sleep there when you were 15 brings this question to my head. Did you ever feel weird when you were sleeping there around Dawn, around Candace? Was there anything that raised red flags for you?
The whole situation was weird. Because why are you in your 30s hanging out with a 15-year-old?
Talking about Candace?
Both of them, yes. Like, why are you hanging around children in your adult years? I didn't think about it at the time, but it was still weird.
Can you expand on that a little? Because were you not the only 15, 16-year-old around?
I had two of my over there. Their friend would hang out over there. She was constantly around kids. Like, and I get it. Some people will look at that like, oh, you have a heart for kids. None of us were troubled. Not enough to need a second parent. I mean, you were allowing us to be inebriated.
Did she do that with pretty much? So Candace is the one who usually gave these teenagers alcohol?
Mm-hmm. She gave it to her boys, too. Her boys.
Wow.
I watched the oldest boy. I get their names mixed up.
Josie is the oldest.
I watched him throw an entire fit and a half because his mom wouldn't let him hit her joint.
Yeah, that looks like Ernie with a pistol on his hip. We're going to send this one in for document.
Oops, I didn't mean to leave that in there, but since I did, it's a short video. This was when Ernie went searching with the psychics to the hotel. I was looking for the hotel video. I can't fucking find it, and I know I used to have it. I'm searching, guys, and if I ever find it, I promise you I will bring it to you. I fear that I erased it in my Dropbox when Benny started harassing me and I took my channel down. the first time. But let's watch this because it's interesting. And then I'm going to move on. I'm going to delete the next video and set up Cathy the friend. So just give me a minute after this.
Shell. Yeah, that looks like Ernie with a pistol on his hip. We're going to send this one in for documentation, Shell. Wrap. Going to be sending this one to you, bro. Run it through the DEA, ATF. Find out whose pistol that is, because I know it ain't his. That's Ernie Shell with a pistol on his hip. He ain't supposed to have that pistol on his hip. It's a prop gun for the sting operation. That's what he's going to say. You goddamn right. You ain't supposed to have no guns, boy.
What is that? Wrist.
Nice evidence collecting bag and gloves, guys.
Size, tape. With
Forensic nightmare is what you just created, you fuck ass.
piece of hair.
Piece of hair.
It's got the hair. Bag. I don't know. We'll keep it. We'll turn it in. I mean, where'd you find this at?
What do you mean turn it in? Aren't the police there? They're the ones that would have had to have told you that spot was where Summer was at. You mean they pulled up, identified a spot that Summer was at, and then let you fucking idiots just have at it, huh? Ernie Shell, you get more delirious by the fucking day, except you started off at the pinnacle. You're going downhill, clearly. You started at the top. You found Summer in the first week. You were on her trail. Now, you're sneaking on my panel with no shirt on, greased up. Like some sort of Chippendales stand-in substitute.
11-inch wrist size. There's the other one. So there's two of them, right? So there's two of them, guys. They're wrist size.
Yeah, we got two wrists, Ernie.
And it's got hair on it. And we found two. There's blood. Is it blood?
Well, they're going to believe it's blood now, you fucking idiot. And they're going to believe that that blood is Summer Wells' blood.
That's blood. The blood. It might be red clay.
You know what this fucking idiot's going to do? He's going to blame this blundering mistake on the police once I've raised awareness to it. He's going to be like, Benny, well, it's the police fault. They're the ones that told me. Just like it's the police fault that they filled out his arrest affidavit and put a false confession on him, I might add. Ernie, police with public intoxications aren't really in the business of putting lies and confessions on folks. You put that confession on him.
Maybe let the dog around it, let him sniff it. No, there looks to be a piece of it.
Put the dog around it and let it sniff it. You guys should have seen what fucking kind of dog this was. A big fat mix between a Shiba Inu and a Dachshund. The fucker was round like a basketball and shaped like a football.
There's a piece of hair. There's hair in it. There's hair in the...
There, that's her. Hurry, her.
The actual tape. So this is just over. Look, here's some more. Look, strands here.
Okay. You have any fucking clue how long it takes for fucking synthetic shit like that to break down? You guys were there in less than a month. That shit wasn't broken down yet. You fucking idiots. Did you hear the lady in the back? They got a path with Summer's scent. That's what the lady just said. They have a path with Summer's scent.
Xander, get over here. Is this a wristband from a fairground?
This wristband from a fairground.
Put that in there too. Those like the bound and tape.
The bound and tape. God damn it. I saw how big the circumference was on that. Must have been a preemie infant's fucking wristband into the goddamn fair, you fucking idiot.
I have an interview with Summer Will's father. We're going to give him a chance to tell his story to people, communities, and we're going to be fair. That's the whole big thing about it.
Far thar, hardy har har. Ernie claims he found her. Let me share this in the chat for you guys so you can make a fucking clown out of this one. Holy shit.
And hello, everybody. I know this was kind of, you didn't get any advanced notification of me popping in, but just wanted to say hello to everybody. And Tracy, hello, Tracy. Just want to say hello to everybody and talk about a few things. It has been a busy, interesting last 4 or 5 weeks, and I hope everybody is doing well and is having a good summer. Annabelle, hello, everybody. So I guess I need to start with so June the 9th and 10th, we went back to Fall Creek Falls. We took a completely different route. Hi, Blue Willow and Nanny Life. Hello, Susan. Hello. Patricia. Hello. I'm doing all right. Thank you. June 9th and 10th, we went back to Fall Creek Falls, which is Addison's favorite place as of the very first time we went. Hey, Denise. We took a completely different route. We got out 127 bags that weekend. I'm going to go into how many we got out over the last several trips. I want to show you a couple pictures. Addison got lots to show and talk about. I want to do a shout out.
I'm not a fan of Cathy the friend. That's not why I'm doing this. The information, this is an hour and 30 minutes. I kind of just want to let it play. I want you to listen to what she's saying in depth about Squall. Let me give you my opinion on the whole video really quick. I don't think Cathy the friend grifted. I think her daughter was very involved and very sweet. I think the gifts sent to her daughter were gifts sent to her daughter. I think her daughter was very grateful for the gifts that she got. I think the little bags that Cathy the friend made were a beautiful token of appreciation for her community and an amazing way to get Summer's picture out by adding them to keychains that her daughter made and collected to hand out in the community as a way to get Summer Wells' face out there. I like Cathy the friend's idea about sticking flyers on the red box stuff, things like that. What I don't like is the possibility that Cathy the friend told lies when she bought the car about where the box was. Candace had no problem bringing that box out. I found a clip, or I heard Prayer Garden the other day, or maybe it was an old clip, stating that they need that Cathy the friend should have gave that box to her because it had the jacket on it, and Summer had been wearing that jacket all day long. I'm going to get further into detail. I wanted to do more with this video. I didn't get a chance to do it yet, but no, that's not true. They will take a sock over a jacket is over the shirt, it's been worn, it's been touched by others, it's been in department stores. The inside of the shoe or the inside of the sock is where you sweat most. I did some research on it. Another day. I'll make that an informational video. I don't like that Cathy did that, and I absolutely cannot stand how she expected Candace to be there for her daughter, and she used her daughter as a means to make Candace feel sorry for her, in my opinion. When we started our channels and our lives, we fumbled and stumbled a lot. They didn't, right? Have you noticed how skilled they all are with their live videos? Right? It is. I'm eating a chicken empanada with homemade. Ooh. I love empanadas, Brat. I just ordered some not too long ago from this place. What's it called? A Taste of Puerto Rico. It's so good, but it's not Cuban empanadas. I love the Cuban empanadas. Oh, and before I get off of here, I want to talk about Trump. Okay. Don't laugh at me. Let this play.
To a Miss Caitlin in North Carolina, a huge thank you from Addison for the card, the letter, and her bracelets. She's over the moon to have a pen pal, and something is coming your way. So thank you. She loves checking that P.O. box and wants to go every single day. So thank you for that. And oh my goodness.
Happy New Year.
Let's see. Let me show. Hi, Karen. Gwen, hello.
I'm gonna bet we can speed her up. Hold on.
Am I the Cathy that Ziggy and Fred Hill keep talking about putting money on his books?
No. We'll go right before that. But no, they were talking about Cathy Gordon. We'll put her on 1.5. It'll shorten it a little bit. All right.
Am I the Cathy that Ziggy and Fred Hill keep talking about putting money on his books? I don't know Fred Hill, and I ain't putting money on nobody's books. Is Fred Hill in jail or prison? Hi, Cindy. Well, berries and cream. Here's the thing. Here's something else that I was going to talk about. Almost every single day for almost 2 years. Oh, he's in jail. Well, I'm sure there's a reason for him to be there. And I don't know him. And yeah, almost every single day for almost 2 years. Hey, Smiley. Candace was a part of our family, our life, our day-to-day living, and that includes Addison. Addison got close with her, and she really cared for Candace. She hated to see Candace upset or sad. She watched movies with Candace. They had a mud fight. They played kickball. They fished together every time we went camping. So I'm angry. And I'm hurt. I only wish that I could, at this moment, the way things have gone, I only wish I could be like Candace right now and act like we didn't even know her, like none of it ever happened. I don't know how she is able to go into someone's home and use them for everything she can, get close to Addison, and walk away as if none of it ever happened.
A couple other things I want to say I don't like about Cathy the friend. When Candace was fishing in the dark and throwing her phone into the lake, Cathy the friend was there. That's who was supporting all her ridiculous ass shit she did with Ernie. And Ernie told me he stopped at a Cathy's home and picked up a folder that had information in it, but wouldn't tell me what Cathy it was, with the promise that he was going to, and he was going to send me the contents of that folder, although he never did it. Hey, Nevaeh, how was the baby's appointment? I heard. I'm not going to do that to Tiffany tonight, though. We'll talk about it in a few days. She had laryngitis. She said she had some kind of asthma problem that caused her to wear the mask. I'm trying to remember where her second interview was. Was it on Jankies? Someone remind me.
I wish we could do that, but we can't. And nobody, I don't care who you are, or what you think you know, nobody knows how things were. And somebody asked me, actually, somebody said something about why am I talking about Addison so much, bringing her into this so much, or what the hell ever. Yes, Squall, I'm talking about you. I'm going to address all your crap. For one, because my child means something to me. And now it's clear why you've been paranoid all this time about people finding out who you are. And yes, it's confirmed. You are who people say you are. So you go on and tell all these nice people where your kids are, what you did to your kids. Some people care about their kids, and I'm one of them. And if something, God forbid, if something were to happen to me, because I am sick, and if I can't get better, don't get better, and if I was to die tomorrow, Addison would know I'm proud of her, and I love her to the moon and back, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do for her. She's going to know that. She's going to know that she meant everything to me. It makes me wonder how, well, actually, one of the questions I've been asking myself, how can Candace go in and form a bond with Addison, and Addison truly loved her, and then she's going to say something nasty about what Addison is doing for summer, and then you walk away and you act like none of it ever happened. And I'll come to the conclusion, I guess if she can do it to her own kids, why the hell, what makes mine special? Why couldn't she do it to mine? Bob, yep. And I saw a lot of those good quality, or hell, I can't determine what was real and what wasn't. I don't know. I question everything. I was gonna say that I saw a lot of those good qualities, but I don't know if they were all fake. I don't know. And so many of us so getting custody of the boys back or whatever's going on here recently, I don't know. There was a paper the CPS gave Candace when I was over there one day. Dawn was at work. She didn't understand what all it meant. She called Dawn. I read that piece of paper to Dawn. I'm sure he remembers. On why the boys were taken. It would be so simple, though, if all that he claims is true. Show that piece of paper. Show why they were taken. You don't have to show any detail. Just why they were taken. So when I talk about Addison and how proud I am of her, you don't have to listen to it. Nobody has to listen to it. But I'm proud of her. I'm proud of the things that she has done. Y'all when I tell you, have no idea how you have really affected her and made changes. You really, really did. Some of you may have seen it. So on June the 9th and 10th, we went to Fall Creek Falls. We took a different route. On Thursday, June the 15th, we left at about 9:20 that morning. It was a very long day, but we ended up getting out 470 bags total. 470 bags. We had one bag. We brought one bag home. So on June 15th, we left about 9:20 or so that morning. We headed toward Newport. We stopped gas stations on the way, gas stations on the way back. Then we headed to Warriors Path. The Baileyton exit was the exit that I always took every time I went to her house. And we put out, the Baileyton exit was one of our main focuses on where we wanted to put out a whole bunch of them on June the 15th. And once we got to Kingsport, oh my gosh, I don't think I realized how big Kingsport was, but it's huge. We got out so many. Addison was exhausted by the time we got home. And that was a very emotional day for me. The day before, on the 14th, I had a feeling, maybe it was an excessive amount of hope or faith. On the 14th, I was like, we're not going to need tomorrow. We're not going to have to go to this tomorrow. Today's going to be the day. And it was just an overwhelming feeling of sadness that the 2-year mark did end up coming around, and we did have to go. But Summer is who keeps us going, even though my mind strays to all this bullshit that has happened. Summer is still first. She is who matters. So Squaw wondering why I put my child first. I don't guess you would know anything about that or could understand anything about that, considering what you did to your children. She's proud of herself, and I'm proud of her. She gave so many people hugs that she didn't even know. She hated seeing anybody cry. On the 15th, she didn't want to see anybody cry. And she gave everybody hugs. And I cannot remember the reporter's name, but she asked Addison for a interview. Addison came and asked me, and she was, please, 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 please. And I thought about it a quick couple of seconds, and so many things went through my head. She's proud of herself, and she is proud of what she's doing. And it was like she wants the world to know she's fighting for Summer. And so I asked her, I said, are you sure you want to do this? I thought she would likely have a major anxiety attack or meltdown if she messed up her words or got something backwards. She said that, yes, that she could do it. And she did. And I was proud of her. And she was extremely proud of herself. And that is what means the world to me. She was very proud of herself. And so I'm not going to hide her face anymore. She wants to personally speak to, and in due time, she wanted to today, and I told her not today, but she does want to, that y'all have helped her go from, putting out the 20, 30 to putting out hundreds, getting Summer's face and information out there. And when she speaks about you, she will literally say that I love them and they love me. She feels the love. For someone being bullied, none of that matters anymore. She feels important and she feels loved.
So whatever happened between Candace and Cathy was a cause of Squall. Squall did something to get them to fight. She talks a little more throughout this at different parts about Squall. I want you to pay attention. That's really what I'm listening for. However, there's other details in here like the CPS report and lie detector tests and some other things. Something I want you all to keep in mind is Ronnie Lawson is not going to come out here and tell Andy Bernard he's a suspect. Ronnie Lawson is not going to come out here and tell you the parents didn't pass their lie detector test if he's lying to them. The police are allowed to lie to the public to protect the integrity of the investigation. So it's very possible Ronnie Lawson could have lied to us at any given moment. I just want to keep that all in the back of your mind. Poor Ernie was a target of Candace's desire. So was Benny, Chris. So was many of these men when Dawn went to prison. Candace a little freaky deek. Ooh. You hear Allie tell the stories.
We don't sell them. Let me see. I thought I had one close by. There you go. Yes, I do. By the way, we got we were overwhelmed with all of our supplies. We have gotten low on those, but we had a time with these stickers, and they helped tremendously, and they look better than the handwriting. But a lady ordered these, and I ordered another 150 of them. But this is what they look like when they go out now. Not the writing; they are really. They look a lot better, and it does. We don't have to write as much. This is Addison's her favorite to put in. Sometimes you forget you're awesome, so this is your reminder. You never know when somebody's having a bad day or maybe to their limit with things, and so just spreading some kindness as well as Summer's information that you know, multiple things. So before I forget, I'm sure this will get back to Squall as well. Squall, I'm still waiting on the FBI to come knocking on my door. It's been a week now since you threatened me with the FBI. I'm still waiting. So you might want.
It's been like 4 years. I'm waiting for the police. I put you in danger. Somebody pew-pewed at you because of me. They killed your dog. Do you remember all them false ass fucking stories you told? You live in Virginia, but you live in Tennessee. Squall's really good at threatening people. So I believe Cathy, the friend here.
I'm gonna call him back and try again. Something didn't go her way, or something was said that she didn't like, and so she called FBI on me. And, well, so she said. It would not surprise me if she has been calling the FBI and just reporting all kind of petty, immature, ridiculous mess because it bothered her or offended her, but had nothing to do with Summer or Summer's case. So you are likely part of the reason their time has been wasted. Shame on you. I'm going to put our PO box information in the chat. If you could find time, I'm trying to get these pictures. I've been ill, and if you can find the time to send Addison, she absolutely loves checking that PO box and wants to go every day. If I would take her, but she just feels so important that that's her mail. So if you could find time to send her just a hello, it means the world to her. Thank you. You've all been supportive of her.
I think she's going to start showing pictures. I'm going to put it on 2-speed.
Hi, Selena. I just posted the PO box. If you would like to just send her a letter, like I said, she loves. Going and checking that PO box to see if there's any goodies in it. We went and checked it one time, and there was just the junk, the little leaflet type things and coupons that you get, and she was so disappointed. She was so disappointed. But she has learned a lot through this, as I have, and
she
like I said, I've done a whole lot of thinking. There's been a whole lot of this on my mind the last 4 or 5 weeks, and it just a lot of questions. Addison truly loved Candace, and
more Candace.
There was no judgment there of any kind.
It really bothered me that she was using her daughter to pull Candace back in. Like, Cathy, to be honest with you, you seem like a scorned wife. We've watched Candace eat her friends up and throw them out to the garbage. We get your pain, and I appreciate that you had done so much for Candace while Dawn was in jail. I'm hearing rumors that Candace has been lovers with females out here. I don't know if those rumors are true. I see her with Dale Terry kissing her cheek, and she's so happy, and Dawn giving the side eye. We could watch that another day. Those aren't the kind of rumors I want to spread. But in my opinion, Cathy and Candace got really close. Because Cathy is extremely hurt by Candace and Squall. Squall started all of this. I can see why. However, we don't know the whole story, and you said you went to your police and returned the trunk when you didn't. Somehow Candace got the trunk. I gotta find your other lives. I gotta see if they're still posted. This is the only one I had saved. And it looks like you may have played some games with Candace. For clout, I don't know what for. I do think those keychains you made with your daughter were extremely adorable. I think they were free. You didn't ask for much but donations of material. You passed them all out, you know. I think I used to try to get my kids involved in community. I think that was a great way to get your daughter involved. But I think you took Candace too much to heart. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Like, did she tell you secrets when she was living with you? Is there something you know? I didn't even know you existed. You said for 2 years you were with Candace all the time. We never even heard of you till Candace moved in with you. How many others like you are there? Just my opinion.
For her, you know, for her to leave and act like Addison didn't even exist. That's just, that's wrong on every level to me. You know, I guess her and I have a whole lot of our meanings to things mean a whole lot different. So I'm angry and I'm hurt. I know Summer would have looked up to Addison so much. Thank you, women. You know what? And it's weird that you say that, because Candace and I and Addison had that conversation quite a few times. How much? Because Addison is a little mother hen. She looks out for the little ones, and she doesn't tell them no any kind of pretend play or whatever. She's all for it. And we used to speak several times about how much her and Summer would, because Addison she's a little tomboy as well. She likes comfy clothes. She don't like girly clothes. She don't mind getting dirty. You know, that they would play in the dirt together, and they both love to swim. Addison has been driving me crazy about that swimming, and how much fun that they would have together, and that we could hear them, and we could imagine hearing them play. You know, when I mentioned earlier, a lot of things have been on my mind. Why hasn't, if the boys were taken for just for their safety, show that piece of paper. You want people to believe you. You want people to support and help you. Show that piece of paper why they were taken. I'm curious why we haven't seen the, well, I haven't either, but why nobody has seen the lie detector test. I know Don has it. I know Don has his. That conversation he and Candace had. They were speaking about them, and she said that so-and-so had hers. And he said, well, I have all my paperwork here, and I have a copy of my lie detector test in there, but I haven't looked at it yet, so it's in there, I guess. Who needs to be blocked? I wouldn't pay no attention. His 7 alibis. My friendship with her didn't mean anything. Oh shit. Oh my God. I don't know why he would not look.
Let me slow this down here a little bit. I want you to see how enthralled with justice for all she is. Oh, yeah.
Please continue to try. It was very good seeing when we went to this particular store and we saw that, Addison and I, we both took several pictures of it posted to the glass, and it made us smile that someone else was there putting out the information, and just getting that sweet little face out to as many people as possible is important to us.
I hope I didn't skip nothing doing that. That, I believe she was talking about TT. Was individual.
Oh shit, sorry y'all. Okay, try that again. Hi, Selena. I just posted the PO box. If you would like to just send her a letter, like I said, she loves going and checking that PO box to see if there's any goodies in it. We went and checked it one time, and there was just the junk, the little leaflet type things and coupons that you get, and she was so disappointed. She was so disappointed. But she has learned a lot through this, as I have, and like I said, I've done a whole lot of thinking. There's been a whole lot of this on my mind the last 4 or 5 weeks, and it just a lot of questions. Addison truly loved Candace, and there was no judgment there of any kind. And for her, for her to leave and act like Addison didn't even exist, that's just, that's wrong on every level to me. I guess her and I have a whole lot of our meanings to things mean a whole lot different. So I'm angry and I'm hurt. I know Summer would have looked up to Addison so much. Thank you, women. You know what? And it's weird that you say that, because Candace and I and Addison had that conversation quite a few times. How much? Because Addison is a little mother hen. She looks out for the little ones, and she doesn't tell them no any kind of pretend play or whatever. She's all for it. And we used to speak several times about how much her and Summer would, because Addison, she's a little tomboy as well. She's she likes comfy clothes. She don't like girly clothes. She don't mind getting dirty. That they would play in the dirt together, and they both love to swim. Addison has been driving me crazy about that swimming, and how much fun that they would have together, and that we could hear them. We could imagine hearing them play. When I mentioned earlier, a lot of things that's been on my mind. Why hasn't, if the boys were taken for just for their safety, show that piece of paper. You want people to believe you. You want people to support and help you. Show that piece of paper why they were taken. I'm curious why we haven't seen the well, I haven't either, but why nobody has seen the lie detector test. I know Don has his. I know Don has his. That's conversation he and Candace had. They were speaking about them, and she said that so-and-so had hers. And he said, well, I have all my paperwork here, and I have a copy of my lie detector test in there, but I haven't looked at it yet, so it's in there, I guess. Who needs to be blocked? I wasn't paying no attention. His 7 alibis. My friendship with her didn't mean anything. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I don't know why he would not look. I do remember telling Candace that that'd been the first thing I grabbed. That would have been the first thing I grabbed. That and been proud to show it and telling everybody, see here, see, and but they have different ways that I don't know. Shit. Unable to care for the best interest of the child. I work with CPS often. Yeah. You know, even if she didn't care anything about our friendship, why hurt Addison? And that's what makes me angry. More so than anything. Addison accepted her. Believed in her, just as I did. Okay, if it doesn't mean anything that that I believed in you, this innocent child that has so much faith in you. I don't see how she could hurt. Like I said, though, you know, if you do it to your own children, I guess, why would it matter doing it to someone else's child? And I don't know if they're still in a motel. I don't know. But I do know how hard some people worked on that house, trying to get it up to par and ready the last couple of months. Put their everything into it. Why would you up and leave and hurt them like that, for one? And you're stepping away from a home. What if Summer came walking back looking for mom and daddy or brothers, her stuff?
I agree with Cathy. I was upset when Candace and Dawn left and went to Arkansas and stayed in a hotel with a whole bunch of junkies all around them while they're trying to recover. That's number one. Number two, what did she say before that? I wanted to respond. Hold on.
Trying to get it up to par and ready.
The house. Here's what I'm going to say about that. Dawn and Candace never had any intentions on staying clean and keeping their children. They were drunk every single day. When they came out live while they had custody of their children, they were out here saying the N-word, fighting each other, doing all kinds of crazy shit. Afterwards, Dawn's drunk driving, goes to jail. He wasn't going to get his kids back because he was drinking, in my opinion. I don't believe it has anything to do with CPS kidnapped his kids or that he, anything. That he gave them away so that the psychics wouldn't hurt him because they had gunplay at the bottom of the hill. I don't believe any of that is why CPS took their children. Just my opinion. No autopsy. Oh yeah, Dee Dee. I'm not sure. I didn't stay up to date with that. That's a rule for Candace to be there for that is crazy too. Let me split this and see how much we have left. 30 minutes, exactly.
The last couple of months, put their everything into it. Why would you up and leave?
Yes, thank you.
And hurt them like that, for one. And you're stepping away from a home. What if Summer came walking back looking for mom and daddy or brothers, her stuff, and none of it was there? That would eat me up. Nope, I've never met Daisy and I don't care to. Yep, Candace walked away from 7 children. Think about that for a second. Sit and really think about it. Never fought for them. And you know what? I know, and it always comes back to that. But it's still, for almost 2 years, it still just tears me up that you walked in my door and out my door. You were welcomed. And you know Addison just truly loves you. And you're going to be like that. What are my thoughts now, 2 years later, Jackie? I'm pouring them out right now. I mean, you want something specific? I'm angry and I'm hurt. Seeing the people that Squall, Daisy, Christine, the people that they're doing now exactly what I did in the beginning. I still don't know that they're guilty of doing anything to Summer. I don't know that. What I do know is how things were for almost 2 years with my family. Addison does still love her. And that hurts me to say, only because, you know, I don't tell Addison all these things that has been said and done. She just knows that we haven't spoke. She knows that she hasn't been to visit. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to, I can never tell Addison that Candace said something about what you're doing for Summer, said something nasty, and that would just hurt her. And I don't want to hurt Addison in any way. bless Lulu. Yes, Addison would love. She got a letter and some bracelets from someone, and she says, I've been wanting a pen pal. So she is she would love that. Thank you. And Bob, everything's throwaway to Don and Candace, including people, and they leave a trail of destruction behind with everyone they meet. You know, I I didn't expect to be different than the people before me. But when you are telling people, she's family, and we called each other sister, you think back on it, and it was all bullshit. It was all lies. And I have never been so heartless to where I could hurt anybody. Anybody. The way some of these people have been hurt. Yes, I did accidentally block her. Tell her I'm sorry, and I'll get it fixed in a minute. I'm so sorry. Y'all know I ain't very tech savvy. So tell her I apologize and I will fix it. Why is Squall giving you hate? Well, Squall, I don't know. I think Squall is pissed off now because Squall quite a while back had words with Candace herself. Told her she was using people for what she could get out of them, and expected things from people to keep giving and giving and doing, and Candace blocked Squall. Well,
yep.
Squall basically, cried for months and months, and I told Candace that I didn't think that Squall meant anything by it, and anyway, I guess Squall can't Squall can't see. She can't see it, or she don't want to. Considering what she did to her own children, I'm not surprised. And
Chris, except for Squall's still hanging out with Candace, and all they do is fake fight. Squall's hanging out with Ryan finds truth. Squall's still around. She's just not on YouTube anymore. She's still palling up with Linda and with TT. She's still doing Discord servers. She has that on her community posts. Could be. Yes, Donna's from Utah and Tennessee and California and Texas.
that's why she's been paranoid all this time about people finding out who she is, because of what she did to her own children. And it is confirmed. And she knows that what I'm saying is true. But she also said, Squall also said, why am I wearing a mask? Just because it's so pretty. I like the blue. I just like it. That 3 Flying Doves, you know who she is. I'm sure a lot of information is probably fixing to come out. A week ago today, as a matter of fact, a week ago today, this popped up, and I sent her a message. Let's see. You see the date, June 20th. It was last Tuesday, 1/17. Squall Kit unsent a message. And I told her, I said, it doesn't matter how many you try to unsend, I've got them all copied. So she's trying to hide something and make it into whatever she wants it to be. Yeah, she didn't like that. Anyway, she threatened me with the FBI. The FBI's gonna come knocking on my door. I'm still waiting. It's a week later and I'm still waiting, but yeah, she's been, and it's not just a denial type thing, it's a paranoia type thing. Who knows, who'd you tell who I am, and that kind of thing. Well, it's clear why. FBI for what? Good question. I'm trying to think. Yes, I'm referring to Squall Tit. Yes.
This is right after I had attacked Squall and brought out her name as Rebecca Crawford, whom I still believe is Squall to this day.
I'm gonna make sure I record it. But you know what? I don't think they're gonna come. Supposedly some of her information got out, or so. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why she. That's obviously what she does. But it's just so. If she's trying to scare me or whatever. I'm not going to get into that yet. Let's see if she'll explain it. Let's see if she'll explain it.
I'm ready to conversate, Cathy.
You tried to help her, and you just can't help anyone that won't help themselves. But you know what? I thought she was willing. I thought she was ready to help herself when she got sober for that period of time. That showed me, that proved to me, she's putting forth an effort. She is ready for change, and she does want all these things that she keeps saying.
Possibly.
So I believe that.
Read my TT messages for information on Rebecca Crawford. You should look her son up. It's in the messages. He likes to beat babies. Newborns.
And I shouldn't have, but I did. This is Addison on I don't remember what time it was. 8:42 p.m. on June 15th. Like I said, we left about 9:20 or so that morning. The thought of Donnie smoking all that crack by himself doesn't sit well with Candace. Do you think Candace couldn't cope on her own without Don? I believe there's some kind of hold there. I don't know what it is or why. She had people that would have helped and supported and stood by her side and fought for those kids. And she had people. Many of us were there to help her get the things that she said she wanted and make a better life for herself. This is Addison at 8:42 when we left Warrior's Path. She was so tired she couldn't make it home. This is the picture that the lady put up in the store that also was trying to put them up around here and was told no. She has spent a lot of time putting these up as well. Her checking the P.O. box. And a letter that she received and some little bracelets. It's got her name on it, Addison, and a pink and purple bracelet. And her favorite color has always been purple as well. Also, if you mail, send any mail. I actually got this idea off of the Facebook group that everybody's putting their ideas in that one group to help people maybe come up with things to do on their own to spread awareness. But I got this off of that. Any of my outgoing mail, we put the mini flyers in the bags. So I'm taping them to the back of any of my outgoing mail. And have you seen this child? So on its way to, the post office or.
I'm going to give her props there. I absolutely love that. And if I send anything out in the mail, I'll be doing the same thing. I think that she tells us some different ways we could put flyers out there. So I'm not totally hating on Cathy. I think Cathy has some good ideas. Pay attention to some of her ideas, because putting it on the back of an envelope when you're sending something in the mail, imagine how many people, the post office, the people on the truck, the mailman, everybody sees that picture. I think that's an amazing idea to put a missing person's picture on the back of your mail envelopes. Good idea. I give her props for that.
Michigan, Maine, wherever it's going, eyes will see it. Eyes will see it, and that's important. Oh, this is Addison's cat. He got attacked. Poor thing. Hit in the face, some kind of head face trauma. Bleeding out of his eye, his nose, his mouth. He couldn't breathe out of his nose because it was bleeding. Addison was hysterical, and we had to rush him to the emergency bed. But that's her. She loves that cat. And this was yes, her face is marked out here, but it was only because I had already edited it. That's and the clothes that she's wearing is several people sent the cash out. Anyway, she got her. That's one of the new outfits that she got, and that's one of the risk areas that we stopped at. When I say the child has grown in the last 6 months, oh, she can't wear anything, nothing at the rest area. She really does love putting these out, and I'm gonna let her tell the story of the lady that we came across. Anyway, I'm gonna let her tell the story. The rest areas really are good places to put them out, spread information. So many people go through there. And just because I have to show, she loves every critter. It's a cricket or a grasshopper. She took a picture of a grasshopper. She loves everything. She really does. She does smiley. She wants to check it every day. Yes, she had a growth spurt, and I mean, oh my gosh, she couldn't. I was thinking, okay, just wear the summer clothes that you had from last year. Let's just get past this summer, and we'll start over when it comes time for school clothes, and then we'll go from there. She couldn't wear anything, nothing. Everything has gotten so tight. I will add the everybody is out of sight, out of mind is the way she operates. I guess so. Why don't people believe Swaltiet? Well, Charlie B, you're gonna have to believe her about what? I try to answer my own questions when I think about them, and I really do come up with the most logical, probably obvious answer. But then I ask myself, how can you walk away from someone you called family for almost 2 years? Like it's no big deal. Well, I know the answer to that, or the likely answer to that, because we were just her free ride, her get by. Rainbows and butterflies. Hello. Kids grow bigger nowadays. Justin, you know what? I remember, it's funny you say that, because I remember several years back, that started, everybody was talking about girls, developing sooner and looking a whole lot older than they actually were. And everybody was talking about, what are they putting in the chicken? What are they feeding the chickens? But holy moly, this is like 6 months. I can't believe it. Even she says it to herself. She says, I can't believe I can't fit in this or this or this. I'm going to add the Amazon wish list. I think there's like 5 things on there. But it's the stickers and her favorite keychain. And whoever asked me for one of those earlier, I'm so sorry. If you will send me an email with your address, I will send you one. They're not for sale, but I will send you one. So it's her favorite. I think she's got like she wants 6 or 7 of the round ones, and she ended up finding some really pretty angel keychains and that she really liked. And on the 15th, and it was just on the 15th, along with the little.
I wanted to send her. I have, if you knew the amount of beads I have, you have no clue. And I wanted to send her daughter beads. However, I was there during this live. She kept saying send it to the P.O. box, but I didn't catch her ever give a P.O. box address. Maybe she did and I missed it.
Little mini flyer.
But if your daughter's still doing this, Cathy, please allow me to know, because I do have beads and stuff I can send.
And the wind keychain. We had these in purple, and we added one of these as well. But like I said, it was purple. It's a zipper pull. It's the chemical they use in the fertilizer. I don't know what it is. They need to quit using it because they I swear it's something. It's got to be. It's from hormone or milk. Something. It's got to be. Yes. So Addison, okay. Addison created a Target registry. I checked it. She's got some clothes that she would like to have, and she's got 4 or 5 little toys on there. She likes the what are they called? Oh, Melissa and Doug. That's what it is. The Melissa and Doug play sets. She absolutely fell in love with the dentist Melissa and Doug play set. So she's got like 3 of those on there and a couple little toys and some clearance out clothes. And there are a couple of boys' pants on there. And yes, she does wear boys' clothes sometimes because she says they're more comfortable. So anyway, I'm just going to add that just if you would like. Oh, and it does have, she's got some Subway gift cards. That's her favorite place ever. She says whenever she gets married, that Subway will be catering her wedding. I promise. And a couple of gift cards, because for some reason, I guess it's stuff that's sold by a third party. If it's sold by a third party, you can't add it to the you can add it to your registry list for some reason. So anyway, if oh my God, Chick-fil-A, Tracy. Oh my God, if you are close or local, we need to get the kids together and us as well. Do you feel like Candace was only using you while Dawn was in jail? Yes, I do now. And I'm actually almost certain of it. Okay, there's the link. And if you want it, and also, like I've told all y'all before, just your support and your encouraging her has been, there's no value that can be put on the changes that I've seen in her and witnessed because of you. And
Oh, Paula, thank you so much, honey. Mwah, you're amazing. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. See, there's things about Cathy I like, but then there's things about Cathy I just don't like. The games she played with Candace and Ernie bother me to no extent. Yes, Paula, thank you. That was so sweet. Aw. Okay.
means everything. Summer, she knows what she's doing for Summer is important and needed, and it makes her feel good. Okay, I think I did everything right. There's an Amazon wish list. Addison's Target thingy. Justin, Jenny, thank you. You know, I really do try to keep my, like I've said several times before, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I always have, but I really try to keep my emotions from coming out like they do. But
She seemed to be really in touch with Justin for all. That's something else that bothers me.
I'm angry and I'm hurt. And I've done nothing but think about all this the last few weeks. I watched Addison go put these things out for Summer, and she's smiling the whole time. She's proud of what she's doing. I'm proud of her. And you're going to act like my child meant absolutely nothing. So, hell yes, I'm angry. Justin, if you're still in here, please tell ICU that I am so sorry, and I'm going to fix that because I was trying to block probably the person that she blocked and ended up blocking her instead. But I will fix it. You know what? I hope it does help me get through it and get past it, because I've shut everybody else out, not wanting to take, you know, a chance on anybody's friendship. So but the sheriff said all three passed lie detector too. Okay. So what would it hurt to just say, boom, see, I have it. See, I passed it. I told you I passed it. And that would likely shut a lot of people up, wouldn't you think? Cleansing, crying is cleansing of the soul. Well, you know what? Mine should be real clean about now. Addison, I'm fixing to go, but come here.
Why are you crying?
She asked me why I'm crying. She does not like to see anybody crying because I love you. I know you. We're gonna let you speak on some things later, but I just wanted you to show your pretty little face and tell everybody thank you. There is Addison. She's been wanting to personally tell so many of you thank you for helping her and encouraging her and being supportive. What you looking at, honey? Addison, hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
Yeah. Addison. So there probably will be others in my position, and I really do hate it that they're gonna have to find out the hard way, like I did. Pretty. She don't want to see nobody crying.
I like it.
I know. You're such a sweet young lady, and we love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that smile. Well, you know what? Her face. It doesn't matter how much she does bring me joy, so much joy and so much aggravation.
I'm her butthead.
She's my butthead. You remember the you got a letter and a bracelet from somebody?
Yeah.
You want to say hey to her so maybe she might hear you?
Yeah.
Well, say hey.
Hi, Caitlin. Thank you for your letter, by the way. I hope you and your mom's watching. For your mom.
She is precious. She is my everything. Jenny said hi, Addison, and thank you for all that you do for Summer.
I'm very happy about what I do.
Well, you're doing fine, just sitting there looking all pretty.
I would brush my hair if I knew I was going to be on mine.
She said I would have brushed my hair if I'd have known. Addison, you are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Does Addison do any beading? No, she her main she loves Legos. She could do when she gets into the zone.
And puzzles. I'm doing a puzzle right now.
I was fixing to get there. When she gets into the zone, she could do Legos for hours and build all kind of things. And right now, she is trying to put a huge puzzle together.
1,000 pieces, but I got to find the rest of it.
1,000 pieces, but she may have lost one because it was
Couple.
it was she said it was a hand-me-down puzzle, so there might not be all the pieces there. And I told her, I said, wouldn't that be awful if you got all of it put together and you were just missing one piece? She said, don't say it. I'm not gonna jinx it.
She said that she counted all of them, so it should be there.
She counted each individual one. Well, that's something else. Okay. Well, again, thank you everybody, and we will be back soon. We will be back soon, and don't jinx her. That's what she just said. Did you read it?
Yeah. I'm not getting any letters.
She's not gonna get any letters soon.
It's interesting. I've always wanted to paint ever since I watched on the door.
I told them that you were so excited about a pen pal and you love checking the PO box.
I do. I really do.
Oh, I mean, Annie said, loved your interview, Addison.
Thank you.
Was you nervous?
Very much.
She absolutely is.
I think those cats are about to eat the
I don't think I did. Let me go look. Oh, there's a lot of comments I missed, y'all. I'm so sorry. Bliss Lulu said, Addison, what is one thing you want I can order on Amazon for you?
I don't know.
She's not going to. She's pretty modest. Hi, Lady 7 Up. She's pretty modest. She's not going to.
I like pretty much everything.
Well, again, we thank you for just being supportive and helping her take, these bags as far as possible. Because without you, we could not have put near this many out. And that means a lot to us. So we're still putting them together and
Maybe puzzles. I like puzzles. Puzzles are good.
puzzles.
I like puzzles.
Well, you're running out of room. Thank you as for everything you have done for Summer.
Well, it's for her. I'm not trying to take all the credit because my Mimi helps too.
Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and we will be back, and we will.
Her daughter is so adorable and respectful and sweet. And I love that she said that. Well, it's for her, it's for Summer. I do got to give Cathy some credit. She's raising a respectful child. But, Cathy, I also have to say to you, you need to watch who's around your kids. Look how hurt you were. I feel like Cathy's gullible. Hi, Kimberly. I hope she's okay. PG said it. Somebody said. Okay, moving on. Just quickly and briefly. Let me go to my community posts. We're going to go off topic just for a moment here. Did I post? Yeah.
Local Venezuelans are sharing a different opinion on Maduro's capture. We spoke with multiple LA residents who lived in Venezuela on why they prefer uncertainty over the country's future compared to Maduro's rule.
It is uncertain, but it is, even whatever happens, it's gonna be better than what it was. That's what everybody's thinking. Like nothing can be worse than what they were going through before this happened. So now we have Maria Corina Machado. Everybody has their trust in her, and she's doing great. Like she just got the Nobel Peace Prize, and she just keeps going. And she is actually doing what she promised. She said, "I'm gonna help Venezuela become free." And we see it. Like it's not just words, we see actions.
I think it was the only option that we really had, since Venezuelan people were not allowed to own guns and protect themselves, and we couldn't really fight against them, against the regime in Venezuela. So the only option was intervention from the U.S. So we really support what Donald Trump has done.
Why we are so happy? Because we've been in jail for so many years. We've been in this country, my country in Venezuela, is, can you imagine, there's no food, is he control everything. We be controlled by these people, not only him, Diosdado Cabello, and everybody is around him. We cry because now somebody do something. This president is the first president. They do something. We don't know what is going to happen, but at least this is the first step. Is hope for every Venezuelan. This is a hope.
Well, those are just the words and opinions of a few local Venezuelans living here in Los Angeles. They expressed optimism about what happened in their native country and what it means for the country's future. But we also spoke to Professor Miguel Tinker Salas from Pomona College. He is also a Venezuelan historian. Here's what he had to say about what occurred.
I think there's a big distinction between those who are supporting Maduro and those who are against U.S. intervention. There's a strong tendency in Venezuela, a strong trend, a strong position in Venezuela to be critical of Maduro, to want his ouster, but to be against the U.S. intervention. This creates a wound in Venezuelan society that will not heal overnight. This was an armed invasion of a country. Let's not mince words about it. The president can call it whatever he wants. This was an armed invasion of a foreign country by U.S. military forces. They can kidnap a president, but they don't control a country. And the real issue here is what will be the future of Venezuela and what is best for Venezuelans. Once the party's over, what happens to the country? What happens to the people? What happens to its resources? Who controls them, right? Venezuela has the largest deposit of oil in the world. I was saying for a long time, this was not about oil. Turns out I was wrong. Trump proved me wrong. It is about oil. It is about power. It is about US hegemony. It is about keeping Russia and China out. And that's what this is about.
A lot of geopolitical uncertainty this afternoon and concerns about what happens in the so-called day after.
Right. Who's going to control the oil? And President Trump mentioned he wants it to be the U.S. and U.S. billionaires who are going to come in there and take over, rebuild the infrastructure, and do, he has mentioned in
This is big stuff, and we appreciate you being here. Late last night and early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela. Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault. And it was an assault like people have not seen since World War II. It was a force against a heavily fortified military fortress in the heart of Caracas to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice. This was one of the most stunning.
Not true. That's actually how Hawaii became our 50th state. We did the same thing there. We went in and overtook their president, their queen. Gotta know your history, Trump.
Effective and powerful displays of American military might and competence in American history. And if you think about it, we've done some other good ones, like the attack on Soleimani, the attack on al-Baghdadi, and the obliteration and decimation of the Iran nuclear sites just recently in an operation known as Midnight Hammer. All perfectly executed and done. No nation in the world could achieve what America achieved yesterday, or frankly, in just a short period of time. All Venezuelan military capacities were rendered powerless as the men and women of our military, working with U.S. law enforcement, successfully captured Maduro in the dead of night. It was dark. The lights of Caracas were largely turned off due to a certain expertise that we have. It was dark and it was deadly. But captured along with his wife, Celia Flores, both of whom now face American justice. Maduro and Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York, it's Jay Clayton, for their campaign of deadly narco-terrorism against the United States and its citizens. I want to thank the men and women of our military who achieved such an extraordinary success overnight with breathtaking speed, power, precision, and competence. You rarely see anything like it. You've seen some raids in this country that didn't go so well. They were an embarrassment. If you look back to Afghanistan, or if you look back to the Jimmy Carter days, they were different days. We're a respected country again, like never before. These highly trained warriors, operating in collaboration with U.S. law enforcement, caught them in a very ready position. They were waiting for us. They knew we had many ships out in the sea. We're just sort of waiting. They knew we were coming. So they were in what's called a ready position, but they were complete.
I actually started covering this a couple weeks ago when I showed the ship that they had bombed twice and they were saying it was wrong, but these people had thousands upon thousands of pounds of meth, coke, crack, whatever you want. They had it on their boat and they were bringing it here to sell to our citizens. I say go for it. Then you add the oil to it. We went over there, rebuilt their infrastructure. This president comes in, takes over, doesn't give us our fair share of what we did for them, and he stole from us. I agree with what Trump did, but dude, he pretty much kidnapped this president. It is a little bit funny, but from what I understand, the citizens both over there and the citizens in America are happy because a lot of them want to go back home. And now they're going to feel hopefully safe enough to go home. I did just see a thumbnail that while I was live or something I missed today, that there's some more responses from over there, so I'll have to cover it again tomorrow. However, from what I seen from yesterday, I think that what Trump did is an amazing job, and it's going to save citizens for years to come. I don't like wars and conflict. Me neither, little Dev. But that's why I think with the smooth transaction that Trump did, he just went in and he took them. And that was that. Let's go. He had the power. He said, your citizens have had enough. We've had enough. You're menace to society, and I'm taking you to New York, and we're going to put somebody else in power. And he took over the country. I think it's pretty funny. He's like, we're going to run the country, right? I hope that that's not forever. I hope he gives the power back to the Venezuelans. I grew up around Hispanic people, much of different nationalities, because I lived in Miami for a time, and it's mixed culture down there. They're all beautiful people, no matter what nationality they come to, and they have a right to feel safe and be home with their families without having to worry about being stolen from or hurt or injured or having home war or being beheaded or anything like that. We have Trey Siagwa or something. He's going to talk pretty soon about the cartels that have come over to America from this country. And I think I can't remember how to say it. What, Trace? We'll listen. You'll hear it. Because we're going to listen to the whole press conference before I go today. You get a little extra me time.
Completely overwhelmed and very quickly incapacitated. If you would have seen what I saw last night, you would have been very impressed. I'm not sure that you'll ever get to see it, but it was an incredible thing to see. Not a single American service member was killed, and not a single piece of American equipment was lost. We had many helicopters, many planes, many people involved in that fight. But think of that, not one piece of military equipment was lost, not one service member was, more importantly, killed. The United States military is the strongest and most fearsome military on the planet by far. With capabilities and skills our enemies can scarcely begin to imagine. We have the best equipment anywhere in the world. There's no equipment like what we have. And you see that even if you just look at the boats. You know, we've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by sea. 90%. Each boat kills 25, on average, 25,000 people. We knocked out 97%. And those drugs mostly come from a place called Venezuela. We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do it safe. as the proper transition can take place. So we're going to stay until such time as we're going to run it essentially until such time as a proper transition can take place. As everyone knows, the oil business in Venezuela has been a bust, a total bust for a long period of time. They were pumping almost nothing by comparison to what they could have been pumping and what could have taken place. We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country. And we are ready to stage a second and much larger attack if we need to do so. So we were prepared to do a second wave if we needed to do so. We actually assumed that a second wave would be necessary, but now it's probably not. The first wave, if you'd like to call it that, the first attack was so successful, we probably don't have to do a second, but we're prepared to do a second wave, a much bigger wave, actually. This was pinpoint, but we have a much bigger wave that probably won't have to do. This partnership of Venezuela with the United States of America, a country that everybody wants to be involved with because of what we were able to do and accomplish, will make the people of Venezuela rich, independent, and safe. And it will also make the many, many people from Venezuela that are living in the United States extremely happy. They suffered. They suffered. So much was taken from them. They're not going to suffer anymore. The illegitimate dictator Maduro was the kingpin of a vast criminal network responsible for trafficking colossal amounts of deadly and illicit drugs into the United States. As alleged in the indictment, he personally oversaw the vicious cartel known as Cartel de las Solas, which flooded our nation with lethal poison, responsible for the deaths of countless Americans, the many, many Americans, hundreds of thousands over the years of Americans died because of him. Maduro and his wife will soon face the full might of American justice and stand trial on American soil. Right now, they're on a ship. They'll be heading to ultimately New York, and then a decision.
He's going to talk about the other cartel in a minute here. But yeah, he pretty much kidnapped their president, Little Dev. He took him. He was like, that's it. You're coming with us to America. We're putting you in New York. He's probably where Diddy was. My husband thinks it's so funny. Like Trump just went in and was like, bam, come on. I think he was pretty badass for doing it, if you ask me. Call me a Trump supporter and hate on me, but that country needed it, and we needed it as well, because they're coming over here and they're hurting our citizens. And their good people over here are getting a bad name, and they want to go home. I don't either, Little Dev, but for some reason I've been tuned into this Venezuelan stuff, and I'm so happy to see what's going on. We're 9 minutes in. We got about 11 minutes left.
Decision will be made, I assume, between New York and Miami or Florida. But we have people where the overwhelming evidence of their crimes will be presented in a court of law. And I've seen it. I've seen what we have. It's both horrible and breathtaking that something like this could have been allowed to take place. For many years after his term as president of Venezuela expired, Maduro remained in power and waged a ceaseless campaign of violence, terror, and subversion against the United States of America, threatening not only our people, but the stability of the entire region. And you all saw it. In addition to trafficking gigantic amounts of illegal drugs that inflicted untold suffering and human destruction all over the country, all over, in particular, the United States. Maduro sent savage and murderous gangs, including the bloodthirsty prison gang, Tren de Aragua, to terrorize American communities nationwide. And he did indeed. They were in Colorado. They took over apartment complexes. They cut the fingers off people if they called police. They were brutal, but they're not so brutal now. And I just have to congratulate our military, Pete, and everybody, and our National Guard, because the job that they've done, whether it's in Washington, D.C., where we have a totally safe city, where it was one of the most unsafe cities anywhere in the world, frankly, and now we have no crime in Washington, D.C. We haven't had a killing. We had the terrorist attack a few weeks ago, a little bit of a different kind of a threat, but we haven't had a killing in a long period of time, 6-7 months. We used to have two, on average, 2 a week in Washington, our capital. We don't have that anymore. The restaurants are opening. Everyone's happy. They're going, they're walking their daughters, they're walking their children, their wives. They walk to restaurants. Restaurants are opening all over Washington, D.C. So I want to thank the National Guard. I want to thank our military, and I want to thank law enforcement. Been amazing. And they should do it with more cities. We're doing it, as you know, and we're doing it in Memphis, Tennessee right now, and crime is down. We've just sort of started a few weeks ago, but crime is down now 77%. And the governor of Louisiana called, great person, and he wanted us to help him, as you know, in a certain very nice part of Louisiana. And we have done that. It was a rough section, and we have crime down. I understand it's down to almost nothing already after 2.5 weeks. New Orleans, it's down to almost nothing. And we've only been there for 2.5 weeks. Can't imagine why governors wouldn't want us to help. We also helped, as you know, in Chicago, and crime went down a little bit there. We did a very small help because we had no working ability with the governor. The governor was a disaster and the mayor was a disaster, but it knocked down crime. But we're pulling out of there. When they need us, we'll know. You'll know. You'll be writing about it. And likewise, Los Angeles, where we saved Los Angeles early on, where the head of the police department made a statement that if the federal government didn't come in, we would have lost Los Angeles. That's long after the fires. That's when they had the riots in Los Angeles. We did a great job. Got no credit for it whatsoever, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. We don't need the credit. But we'll be pulling out when they need us. They'll call, or we'll go back if we have to. We'll go back. But we did a great job in various cities. But the place that we're very proud of is Washington, D.C., because it's our nation's capital. We took it from being a crime-ridden mess to being one of the safest cities in the country. But the gangs that they sent raped, tortured, and murdered American women and children. They were in all of the cities I mentioned, Tren de Aragua. And they were sent by Maduro to terrorize our people. And now Maduro will never again be able to threaten an American citizen or anybody from Venezuela. There will no longer be threats. For years, I've highlighted the stories of those innocent Americans whose lives were so heartlessly robbed by this Venezuelan terrorist organization. Really one of the worst. They say the worst. Americans like 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungari from Houston. Beautiful Jocelyn Nungari, what happened to her? They, as you know, they kidnapped, assaulted, and murdered by Tren de Aragua animals. They murdered Jocelyn and left her dead under the bridge. There was a bridge that will never be the same to so many people after seeing what happened. As I've said many times, the Maduro regime emptied out their prisons, sent their worst and most violent monsters into the United States to steal American lives. And they came from mental institutions and insane asylums. They came from prisons and jails. The reason I say both, they sound similar. Actually, prisons a little bit more hostile, a little bit tougher. A mental institution isn't as tough as an insane asylum, but we got them both. They sent from their mental institutions. They sent from their jails, prisons. They were drug dealers. They were drug kingpins. They sent everybody bad into the United States, but no longer. And we have now a border where nobody gets through. In addition, Venezuela unilaterally seized and stole American oil, American assets, and American platforms, costing us billions and billions of dollars. They did this a while ago, but we never had a president that did anything about it. They took all of our property. It was our property. We built it. And we never had a president that decided to do anything about it. Instead, they fought wars that were 10,000 miles away. We built Venezuela oil industry with American talent, drive, and skill. And the socialist regime stole it from us during those previous administrations, and they stole it through force. This constituted one of the largest thefts of American property in the history of our country. Considered the largest theft of property in the history of our country. Massive oil infrastructure was taken like we were babies, and we didn't do anything about it. I would have done something about it. America will never allow foreign powers to rob our people or drive us back into and out of our own hemisphere. That's what they did. Furthermore, under the now deposed dictator Maduro, Venezuela was increasingly hosting foreign adversaries in our region and acquiring menacing offensive weapons that could threaten U.S. interests and lives. And they used those weapons last night. Potentially in league with the cartels operating along our border. All of these actions were in gross violation of the core principles of American foreign policy, dating back more than 2 centuries. And not anymore. All the way back, it dated to the Monroe Doctrines. And the Monroe Doctrine is a big deal, but we've superseded it by a lot, by a real lot. They now call it the Monroe Document. I don't know. It's Monroe Doctrine. We sort of forgot about it. It was very important, but we forgot about it. We don't forget about it anymore. Under our new national security strategy, American dominance in the Western Hemisphere will never be questioned again. Won't happen. So just in concluding, for decades, other administrations have neglected or even contributed to these growing security threats in the Western Hemisphere. Under the Trump administration, we are reasserting American power in a very powerful way in our home region. And our home region is very different than it was just a short while ago. The future will be, and we did this in my first term. We had great dominance in my first term, and we have far greater dominance right now. Everyone's coming back to us. The future will be determined by the ability to protect commerce and territory and resources that are core to national security. These are core to our national security. Just like tariffs are, they've made our country rich, and they've made our national security stronger than ever before. But these are the iron laws that have always determined global power. And we're going to keep it that way. We will secure our borders. We will stop the terrorists. We will crash the cartels, and we will defend our citizens against all threats, foreign and domestic. Other presidents may have lacked the courage or whatever to defend America, but I will never allow terrorists and criminals to operate with impunity against the United States. This extremely successful operation should serve as warning to anyone who would threaten American sovereignty or endanger American lives. Very importantly, the embargo on all Venezuelan oil remains in full effect. The American Armada remains poised in position, and the United States retains all military options until United States demands have been fully met and fully satisfied. All political and military figures in Venezuela should understand what happened to Maduro can happen to them, and it will happen to them if they aren't just fair, even to their people. the dictator and terrorist, Maduro, is finally gone in Venezuela. People are free. They're free again. It's been a long time for them, but they're free. America is a safer nation. This morning, it's a prouder nation this morning because it didn't allow this horrible person and this country that was doing very bad things to us. It didn't allow it to happen. And the Western Hemisphere is right now a much safer place to be. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank General Raisin Kane. He's a fantastic man. I've worked with a lot of generals. I worked with some I didn't like. I worked with some I didn't respect. I worked with some that just weren't good. But this guy is fantastic. I watched last night one of the most precise attacks on sovereignty. I mean, it was an attack for justice. And I'm very proud of him. And I'm very proud of our Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, who I'm going to ask to say a few words. Thank you very much.
And that's that. From the beginning into now, and I just can't wait to walk away not knowing. Plus, I enjoy chatting. We've made a lot of friends here, Little Dev. We've all banded together for the sakes of this little girl. She's brought so many people together, even those that don't necessarily like each other all the time or more than less learning how to get along. Benny did something surprising last night. He gave me a wrench in chat. I have no idea why. It's a little scary. Should I trust it? What do you think? Yeah. And I know, Little Dev, I'm worried. I didn't ask for it. I want people to know that. And I do enjoy chatting over Benny, so you're going to see it. I'm just giving a warning because I'm sure Jody Sue's going to go, she's part of a criminal network. Quit laughing. But I enjoy having my chatters, and I've made friends, and even those that I don't always get along with, like, look, today's actually a really somber day for the Summer Wells community and those of us that have gotten to know Tiffany. It's a sad day. I don't always get along with Tiffany, but I do care because we've all gotten to know each other on some sort of level and bonded together over this little girl. Try it out and see how it goes. I like listening to Benny. I guess so, Little Dev. We'll see. I didn't ask for that dang wrench, though. I just want everybody to know that. Anyways, I'm going to end with let's keep Tiffany in your prayers and her family. Oh, Little Dev, you didn't see the beginning of my live. Her son passed away. Please check out Benny's community post. It's quite sad. It's heartbreaking, actually. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off saying, especially for Trump and the Venezuelan people tonight, Pez Amore. And then I'm going to tell all the rest of you, peace and love. Same thing. I'll see you all at some point tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Keep Tiffany in your thoughts tonight.